There we go.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
What's up, everybody?
What are we talking about?
Just relax.
All right, I'm relaxed. You guys, stop messing around.
What's up, everybody? Anthony Coots here, Martial Arts Advantage. We got here Mr. Jared, Mr. Alex, Mr. Anthony. 2 Anthonys. So I'm going to keep this video short. I know normally when we have this many participants, the videos get a little bit drawn out. So under 3 minutes, gentlemen. I wanted to ask you, how did you get started in martial arts, Mr. Jared? Feature Friday.
How did I get started? I started when I was 4 years old. My dad threw me in there.
So your whole family is part of martial arts. Okay, Mr. Alex, how'd you get started in martial arts?
I got started in martial arts when I was 6 years old, and I remember that day like it was the back of my hand.
Why do you remember?
Best day of my life.
Best day of your life?
Best day of my life.
Because why?
Because getting that white belt, jumping into that class, having that high energy, getting my first stripe. It was the purple stripe, by the way.
Okay, Mr. Anthony.
I started when I was 5 years old. My dad and I both started training together, and we received our black belts at the same time. So it was like a family goal.
Love that. Love all those philosophies. Family. You started with us, obviously family. Family. So there's a common theme here. Starting martial arts and family. So keeping this video short, you want to know, what are we talking about? So I'll tell you. 2 minutes. Mr. Jared, they say martial arts is more than kicking and punches. So cliche. Every academy in the world says that. Do they prove it on the mat? Mr. Jared, how can you expound upon that? We teach more than kicking and punching.
Sir, we talk a lot about our life skills. And we have, this cycle we're talking a lot about honesty. Honesty, it's not what you know, it's what you do. Actually, no, I'm sorry, that it's the first step to an abundant life. I was thinking something else.
Yeah,
so, and not only are we talking about honesty itself, but we're breaking it down into the pillars of honesty. We've been talking about that as well. So we're breaking it down, and I believe this challenge stripe this week, we even went so far as to explain how honesty helps us make ourselves into better leaders.
Love it. So they're going to post that on Facebook as well?
Yes, sir. They go onto the Martial Arts Advantage Families page.
Interactive. We want you to share that with other families that you think can also benefit from these life skills. Mr. Alex, we do more than punching and kicking here at Martial Arts Advantage.
Yes.
Explain.
Yes, we do. When we do our punching and kicking, we even establish different leaders to see other students that may be struggling, and they can share their tips and their perspective on how this makes them a successful student. Therefore, we are building leaders one black belt at a time, or should I say one white belt at a time.
That's pretty good. It's like it was rehearsed. That's good. I like that. So we're building leaders, so they're actually on the mat. I'm talking to you parents, on the mat. Do you see your children, your kids getting up and leading a class? Leadership Academy, Martial Arts Advantage. Mr. Anthony? More than kicking and punching.
So one of the best things at Martial Arts Advantage is we have tangible goal-setting devices. So your student is going to have a belt, and on that belt they're going to receive stripes. So we have physical stripes they can receive for learning their pattern, breaking their board, showing us their sparring technique, and then my favorite of the life skill stripes. So we have, well, what's the definition of a champion, if they want to explain the different tenets of Taekwondo and why those are important. My favorite would be integrity, always to stay honest and tell the truth, and why those things are important. So with those goal-setting devices, it gets your children excited for learning these really important life lessons that will help them later on in life. So
you're saying we're teaching kids about goals, and it's such a philosophical, term. We're taking tangible rewards, put them in a belt system, have stripes,
yes, sir.
Learn about goals. Hopefully that information generalizes to the outside world.
Absolutely.
I love this team. All right, everybody say back to you, Bob.
Back to you, Bob. What are we talking about? We don't have a topic. Come on. Look, there's like so much negative space on the other side of Jared, too.
What?
And my legs are all pinched together and stuff.
Here we go. Ready?
Hey, martial arts families. Woo!
No, I start the intro.
Just go with it, right?
All right,
just
let's go.
Let's
Let's see
go
what
with the flow.
happens. All right.
Okay, so
everyone else's hands on the table. I'm back.
Hands are like this.
All right, we're good.
Let me see. I can do this.
what's up, everybody?
This is the worst.